Welcome back, everybody, to Beta 1.9 pre-release number 5. Or not welcome back to, this is welcome to. This is the first episode and the last. No, it's not going to be the last, but as you can probably tell, we're not spending an awful lot of time in these versions. It's funny, I've kind of changed the rules ever so slightly with these Beta 1.9 pre-releases, in the sense that I've gone through each individual one. The reason for that obviously being that I want to take advantage of specific features that exist in each one. Whereas if I was just going by what I'd been doing previously, I would have just gone straight to the final one, you know, Beta 1.9 pre-release 6. But no, we're doing things slightly different, which is fine. Anyway, this is what we've got. James, wait, hang on a second. Did this guy actually spawn? If he spawned as a result of the spawners, then we're in trouble. We're going to have to maybe add some blocks around the area just to prevent that from happening. But this is going to be a time of testing, hopefully. We're back at the pig spawner area. It's set in stone now. I don't believe Silk Touch works. Yeah, in my notes I've got a 5 next to the whole Silk Touch thing, which I think implies that pre-release 5 is where it ended. Either that's where it ended or that's the last version you can do it in. I don't remember. But we're going to assume we can't do it anymore, so what you see is what we're going with. But now we're going to have to try and figure out a way of killing the pigs, getting their loot. We're obviously going to add an XP kind of system in. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to dig away a bit of a staircase here so that we can get in. I was going to do a water drop and a ladder and all that, but we'll just do a bog standard staircase down. Now I believe I can be about 12 blocks away in the centre from all of the spawners before they cease from working. That's not a bad thing. It does give us a bit of scope for where we can stand and where the pigs can fall. But the main question that we need to answer at this early stage is, how far do pigs fall to make them a one-hit? Now, originally I was planning to use poison potions, but if we can get them down to one hit through just falling, then I think we are on the right track. So, how do we want to do this? Well, for starters, I think we should just dig to the centre, which should be at 2814. Oh, hello. Okay, let's dig down a bit. 2814, so this should be the centre point. I want to just double check. Yeah, that looks like the centre point. Cool. So, what we're going to do... Well, we need to run a few tests. First of all... Actually, I really want stone, and we don't have any stone. And I've actually forgotten where the centre is. Centre is here. Right, that's fine. Centre is here. Cool. Yeah, first of all, I want to prepare this area for when the pigs fall into it. Then I want to figure out the length or the height from which they have to fall to make them a one hit. We need to figure all that out. So the plan is we're going to have the pigs fall into this area. We're going to cover it in glass, and then we're going to drive them towards... What corner should we drive them towards? This one over here, I think. So we'll place the sign there. We'll place the water here, and then we're going to dig down and use that as a bit of a test to, yeah, see how far the pigs have to fall before we can, you know, one hit them. So I guess what we'll have to do is just manually dig down from here, and I don't know how far. I'm thinking like 10 blocks or something. Right, here we go. Let's just dig all that away. Okay, now they survived. Are they one hit? No. Oh, he's almost a one hit. 2 hit, right, so we're close. We're very, very, very close. Yeah, there are 2 hits, so we just need to dig down a wee bit further. While they're falling in there, I guess what we'll do, and we don't want them to fall, like, we don't want too many to spawn. I think what we're going to do is we're going to break back in here, maybe block it up. Oh yeah, there's more spawning. There we go, we'll block that up, and then we can use this time of peace and quiet to deepen this area, and also to just create a bit of a drop here. I'm going to keep the drop as a 3x3, but the place where they fall I'll just surround in glass or something like that. You'll see what I mean once it's finished. So things are progressing well. As you can see, we've got a full staircase that goes down. Haven't dug it all out yet. We do have a lot of pigs down here. As you can see, there's so many entities there that if I jump against them, I'm immediately pushed way back, which is quite cool. Maybe we could do something with that, or maybe I should do something with that in my journal world. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're just going to toss one of these on them, and we're going to receive all of their bacon. Brilliant. We're actually also, because as you saw, that guy jumped down there and died. What we're going to do is we're going to place an extra block here, because if we do use damage, oh yeah, I forgot about that. We'll have to place a half slab. There we go. So yeah, I think we are going to end up raising this all up by 1. Yeah, something like that. That looks fine. The crafting table, sorry, I'll just lob here, like so. And yeah, I think overall everything should be fine. Now I'm going to dig out the staircase a bit more, and we might end up with a platform up there just to increase spawn rates. I don't know. Really depends on what I'm looking for. So the farm is almost finished. As you can see, we've got, well, all the spawning pads are working. They should all have grass over them. We've got the staircase that goes down. I flanked it in stone just for a more consistent look, and I left this bit as glass just so you could see what was going on. We also have a ladder that goes up to, well, an area that I believe activates all of the spawners, because down here only one of the spawners might be active. Well, the one up there is definitely active, and maybe the ones immediately adjacent to them is active, but the corner ones definitely aren't. So, I do want to add one other thing, and that is a sticky piston that will allow a lava source to come down and, you know, obviously cause them to burn and drop their stuff automatically. That's the idea. First of all, hopefully this doesn't cause a massive amount of lag. Did that not kill all of them? Okay, there we go, right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, if I could just see what was going on, let's add a block way up there. So I think what we need to do is we need to add a sign somewhere around about here. Yeah, well, we'll do it here. And then we're going to probably just dig into the wall here and place some lava, which I don't actually have on me yet. I'm trying to remember if there's... Oh, there is a lava pool nearby. I'll go and get some lava in a moment. So it could be just as simple as placing a sticky piston there with a block there, and then obviously the lava goes in behind there. Yeah, that's it. That is all that is required. Then obviously we need to wire it. Okay, so it should be just as simple as placing the lava there, having it flow, and yeah, that's about it. So, oh my gosh, that was a mistake. A bunch of them have just died. Let's place that back. Well, we got a lot of cooked food for free, and then if we ever want to get rid of it, we just do that. And hey presto, there you go. And it's back into an XP grinder. So, yes, that works very nicely. Quite happy with that. We'll just place that there, and yeah, this project is now finished. I would think. Brilliant. So yeah, again, it is built under cheaty circumstances. However, the reason for it is obviously to make the world stand out. You know, this isn't just any old world. It's not just any old survival world where it's not possible to do this stuff. It is a world through the ages of Minecraft. So yeah, the idea is to just make the whole thing stand out a bit. And yeah, just to take advantage of it, why not? So, for the rest of the episode, I'm going to speak about a bit of a glitch in the game at the moment. And it's involving lava. Some of you may have heard of this before, but I believe it's possible to get infinite lava. So, my spade is just broken, which is a wee bit annoying. Let's just place down some lava here. I believe there's a very specific way of doing this. I've never seen this done before. I've heard rumour of it, but I think all you do is play. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so infinite lava, brilliant. The rumour I'd heard of it, or not rumour, I knew it was a thing. I'd heard it mentioned before. I'd also heard that in Nebrus's base for season 3 of Minecraft, I believe his area was built using this glitch because there was loads and loads of lava. So I believe he constructed that using this feature. So yeah, we've got an infinite lava patch, something that's only exclusive to beta 1.9 pre-release 5. And it's kind of made me want to do something with it, if you know what I mean, because it's like, I've built a lot in this world with lava. Oh, our family's moved. Okay, no, that's too far. 2 friends, 2 buddies, 2 college buddies have moved in. How's your house, folks? Is it alright? Can I come in? Oh, no, it doesn't want me in. He was coming to greet me. Hello. Yeah, okay, right, anyway. That was actually dangerous. The skelly could have shot the creeper and everything would have gone boom, boom, boom. Anyway, yeah, so there wasn't much choice for lighting back in the day, so I used a lot of lava. That was very, very tedious because it involved going back and forth, back and forth. Wasn't the worst thing ever. But obviously it would be nice to have had something like this. Obviously it's been taken out of the game as of next patch because, I mean, infinite lava just sounds weird. It is weird. It's convenient, but you know, convenient things, in my opinion, doesn't always mean they should be in the game. So yeah, don't have any qualms. It's not in the game, but are we going to take advantage of it, and if so, how? I was kind of thinking that I wanted to build a bit of a lava, not ocean, that's too much, I don't have time to do that, but maybe a lava pool in the swamp here. The reason I was going to do it in the swamp was because the swamp's already pretty flat. It's one of the flattest biomes here. Obviously it's no longer a biome in and of itself. But I was thinking of building a massive pool of lava, and then we could maybe add a tower or something in the middle. Probably no more than a tower because, like, I've done, what, 2 castles already. One of them looks epic, despite the fact it's ruined. One of them looks garbage, despite the fact it's not ruined. So a bit paradoxical there. So we're not going to be doing a lava castle or anything like that, but maybe just a tower. We could bring netherrack and nether brick and all that. That might be quite cool. Bit of a project. So I was planning to put it over here. I didn't really want to put it right next to my base, but at the same time, I wanted it to be close enough that we could see it and visit it and not like away in some obscure corner of the map that I've been to once, you know? So I think we'll do that here. What I'm going to do is, and obviously we've only got this episode and whatever other episodes we spend in pre-release 5 to do this. Also, I should make reference to the fact that beta 1.9 pre-release 5 is shown on the screen when beta pre-release 1.94... that was all in the wrong order, but you get the idea. The 4th pre-release of beta 1.9 wasn't. So they're like chopping and changing, or it's just something they didn't have control over. And it's weird, because 1.7 and all that, and some of the 1.6 versions weren't shown, but 1.8 was, so it's very confusing, isn't it? Anyway, something I didn't know either. I thought it just finished after like 1.7 or something like that, but no, it's come and gone. But anyway, so as I said, I'll chop down a bunch of trees here, get all the saplings and all the apples. Oh wait, that's not a thing. Yeah, well, I'll get all the saplings, get all the wood and all that, and then we will begin digging out this area. Okay, so now it's time for a third-person time-lapse of the process I went through. As you can see, I'm just chopping down trees at the moment. This first bit goes past very, very quickly, but we are going to be constructing the lava pool. Now, as you can see, as I said, chopping down trees, you will notice that 1 or 2 trees have kind of partially remained, and that's because I kept breaking the top log, and it kept reappearing, but I finally got rid of them, and it was time to... time to mark out the circle. So we will be doing a fairly substantial circle. At first I was kind of thinking I could have made it bigger. I thought I could have moved it slightly further over, but I think in the end I'm happy with where it is. You will notice that the ground will render in or re-render apparently sometimes, but that's because I kept logging out and logging in during the night time. Now, as you can see, I'm clearing away the land. I had an efficiency for Unbreaking 3 diamond pickaxe. Now, if you've played Survival Minecraft, you will know that that instantly breaks blocks, so you can just machine through clearing out dirt and grass and all that sort of stuff. And that was the case here, but I believe that was different from single player. Now, obviously, I'm doing this in multiplayer, otherwise, why else did I have the second view? But I don't think it quite works like that in single player, and I don't believe it worked like that in single player until much, much later. We're going to have to test it out when, probably next episode, but we'll have to test out how quickly you can dig with an efficiency 4 pickaxe in dirt and grass and that sort of a thing. Should be interesting. Anyway, as you can see, this is the tedious part, and this is what takes up most of this part of the video. I made a mistake there and placed water, but as you can see, I'm placing down lava. And it is, man, it's such a task. I've not even, at time of recording this audio, I've not finished. I had to give up, first of all, because it was very late at night, and then second of all, I started again the next day, and then I had to go out, so I had to give up once again. This is me just constructing a bit of an island in the middle. Is that island big enough? Well, I think the whole point of it is the lava. The whatever goes in the island, whatever the island looks like, is just secondary compared with the lava. The whole point is to say I built this using a glitch. That's practically it. It doesn't actually make it easier. As you can see, I'm not actually having to go away for long because I've got lava sources that I can easily just pick up off camera. It's just like slightly to the side right next to the circle, but then as we expand more and more the amount of lava we've got in the circle, I can just start picking up from the pool as and when I need it. It's very awkward because you can't just it's unlike water, you can't just pick it up and keep picking it up because it takes time for it to flow back into its proper place. I'm not sure, I don't think lava flows fast in the nether yet, but if it did, the nether would be a better place to get this, to get the lava. Although then you'd have to obviously bring it out here, so maybe it wouldn't be so good. The other thing is you have to place the lava against blocks. Like every single source block has to be placed against an edge, basically, because you need 4 adjacent lava sources in order to create a new one. So despite the fact that there is infinite lava, despite the fact I don't have to travel far away or to the nether to get lava, it still does require a lot of work. And as I said, I've not even finished. You'll see how far I got once the clip ends in just a minute. I started off just by placing it normally, but then as you saw throughout the video, I was placing grid patterns and things like that to see if that made things easier. Does it make things easier? I'm not sure. Like, both of them are tedious. Both of them have their pros and their cons. I would go through them if I had time. I might go through them next episode, but yeah, as I said, progress is very, very slow. I've spent about 4 hours on this so far, from the start of chopping down trees to placing the lava. That's taken about 4 hours, so it's not easy, put it that way. It is not easy, and yes, as I said, next episode we'll have to go back to it and continue. I should also say that my spawn point has changed as a result of using the jar file for this version, which I got from the wiki. The one that I got from the download didn't work, so I had to get it from the wiki. My spawn point is now 00. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.